Hey everybody, welcome to tonight's pour. Now, tonight's pour is going to be a car themed one, a 1958 Chevy Impala. Yeah, look at that. Let's see if I get it. Now, this is mostly kind of a dark, I don't know, dark purple. Got some white. It's got a little bit of light purple on it. But what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going with a dark background, only because I wanted to use a pearlized carbon black, which I have right here by Master's Touch. I get this at Hobby Lobby. So, if you've watched previous videos, I really like this color because it has a blackish look, but if you get it in the right light, it has a blue tint to it, which is really nice. And so a lot of the black, instead of using just a black background anymore, I use this pearlized carbon black. So I wanted to use it because I'm going to do a Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon type painting, and I needed a black background, but I wanted to use the carbon black, and and I did it on a smaller triangle canvas. So that's why I decided to find a car that would match this. So I believe this is going to do it. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a lot of white in there, and we're really going to go with a lot of white. And then, since there's a little bit of light purple on the hood and the top of the car, I don't know if you can really see it in there. Let's see if I get the light. I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but right there. So we're going to get some of that in there as well. So all we got to do is adjust the camera and we can get started. All right, as you can see, we have the carbon black down. Excuse my hoarse voice, but I've had a bit of a chest congestion and a cough, and it's really affected my voice. So it's off a little bit. So let's get the car out of there. So there you go. So I don't know if you can see that, those streaks right there. A little bit of purple. And this does kind of have a purple glossy look to it, a glimmer. So we're going to have it right here. It's got a little gunk on the end of it. I'll get that off. We're just going to go down the middle with that. All right, I think I'm gonna leave it just like that. We'll wait for it to dry, and then we'll resin it and place the car in there. All right, as you can see, this has dried. This is a 10 by 20 canvas. We have it taped on the back. I wrote on it, it's a 58 Chevy Impala, so I can remember that. I like how that, all that in there just looks awesome. Yeah. And then we've got that carbon black, which at certain angles you can see the blue when the light hits it just right. So we have our car, which we're going to put on about right there. Yeah. So we're using Promise Epoxy. I have 7 ounces, 3.5 of the hardener, 3.5 of the epoxy mixed together to make this 7 ounces. Oh yeah. Boy, with that resin on there and the light hitting it, you can really see that blue, which is what I wanted. So just trying to clean this out of as much resin as we can. Yes. I just cleaned this cup out because when the stuff that you can't get out will harden around it and eventually builds up to where you'll have, you know, a pretty good amount at the bottom. So then it throws your measurements off a little bit by the side, but you can clean it out pretty easily, which is what I just did. Just you kind of crackle it out and pop it out. But anyway, I do have a video on that on my channel on how to clean your resin cup. It's not the best video, but it gets the point across, kind of shows what you need to do. I'm excited to get this one done. I have a craft show coming up Saturday in Elwood, Indiana. So I will be there setting up. I did this event last year. I can't remember exactly how I did. I know I sold quite a few pieces there. I've always done pretty well in Elwood. The only other festival I've done there was a 3-day festival, the glass festival they have every year. I didn't do it last summer, and I'm not going to do it again this summer, but I did it for like 2 or 3 summers in a row. I did pretty good the first one. The second one got the storm hit, so it rained out a couple of days, so I didn't really do well that year. And then the last year I did it, it was not very good for me. I didn't hardly sell anything on one day, so I decided not to do it again. But sometimes you never know. Oh, I see I think a beard hair or something right in there. Right there. Yeah, that's why you want, when you're working with resin like this, you need to get a good light to shine across there so you can see the stuff in the resin. You can see the reason I'm torching it is when you stir the mixture up of the hardener and the epoxy, it creates air pockets, little bubbles in it when you're stirring it up. So this helps pop the bubbles. So the light will actually help you see the bubbles being popped. So when you stop seeing that, then you know you torched it enough. I don't know if you can see them from the angle of the camera, but I can see them in the glow of the light. I can really see that blue coming through with the angle of the light on this now. And then sometimes you see a little, I don't know if it's dust, what it is, but you can see little things. And so I like to try to dig those out because then that gives you that more glass look to it, to where you're not seeing imperfections in it, which I don't really like seeing in mine. That's why I torch a lot. But I do get a lot of compliments on that, so it's worth the time. And just me personally, I like to see it that way. Alright, I'm not really seeing any more bubbles pop. I'm trying to get my overhead light in there. Alright, so we're going to place the card in there. Right there. Oh yeah, I like that. Alright. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment in the comment section. If you like this video, hit the like button, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. It does not cost anything to subscribe, but it does help me quite a bit. And I will say a big thank you to all my subscribers. And as always, thanks for watching.